athletics. We'll talk a little bit more about that, but let's get a couple wins here this afternoon here at the PAL.
Toss is controlled here by Bethel. Howard working against Faith Lake. She'll go left side. Millie Bryant had a big day against Georgetown. Of course, Georgetown picking up a win, however, as Bryant was the player for Bethel in that game carrying the load. She hits a three here early to start the basketball game. She was a honorable mention in the Mid-South Conference a year ago and well on her way to earning that honor again, maybe a little better this season.
Yeah, this Bethel team can shoot the ball deep from downtown, and we saw that there by Millie Bryant.
Pettigo goes right side. Lexi Lake can't shoot it. Going to bounce it to Faith Lake right wing. 13 to shoot. Faith bounces to Pritchett. Baseline face up. Now steps back. Entry here. McGeorge going to go quickly across the lane. Shot blocked by Head. And the outlet here is Howard pushing for Bethel. Howard looking for some help. Head will flash out and help reset it. Campbellsville at the match up. Down in the corner, it's Moreau. Back out. Bryant. Bryant 32% from deep on the year. Hit one to start the game for Bethel. Driving is Howard. She gets around a couple of Lady Tiger defenders. Her shot no good. Rebound to Pettigo. She wants to run. Bounces it long ahead here to Lexi Lake. Back to Pettigo. 20 on the shot clock as Pettigo stands between the circles. Faith Lake wants the entry. She has Pritchett. Little pass fake out to Lake. Now works. Goes up and one for Swift.
Wow, what a strong move by Courtney Pritchett there. Kind of sized the defense up, and she put a little move on her and slipped through there. A little double team and to draw the foul and a chance for the old-fashioned three-point play to tie this thing up.
Pritchett returned on Thursday night after missing a couple of contests. Rolled that ankle at Pikeville in a close win for Campbellsville. Hits the free throw here. Pritchett the other night had 10 points and 6 boards for Campbellsville in the win, 4 assists as well. Knots it up 3 apiece, and here McGeorge reaching in as she was trying to break up that pass and got quite a bit of Morrow there. So this will be the first on Ashley McGeorge, first on the Lady Tigers. Coach Nelson taking a look down there. He was trying to figure out who that foul was on, and then Ginger told him it was actually two fouls on Mickey Head, but it was just the one. Back to play here as Bethel will inbound, finding Bryant.
He thought it was on 21, and they don't have a 21.
They don't have a 21 on the roster at all, at least not on mine. Here is Head pushing it out to Bryant, now into the corner. Can't shoot it. Back to Head. She is facing a double team, nearly lost the handle, stays with it. That's a nice job by Head just to keep it alive. Moreau going to can a 3 off of it. How about Mickey Head between 4 Lady Tigers, able to maintain the possession? I thought for sure Campbellsville had to take away.
Well, I did too. It's just a impressive play there by Mickey Head to find the open shooter in the corner for a 3. Once again, this Bethel team can shoot it from 3.
Right side, Lake, 3, bang! Lexi Lake and Edward Jones triple.
And speaking of shooting threes really well, that young lady can as well. What is that number? 207.
Here is Bethel. That is Howard. They got it to Moreau. Now into the corner is Henniger. Far side. Bryant on the drive. Cut off by Pritchett, and they're actually going to call a foul on Pritchett.
A little bit of bump there by Pritchett in the body. I've seen other fouls more egregious than that, but they're calling it a little tight here early.
Free throw here is good for Bryant. Millie Bryant with 4 of the 7 for Bethel to start this basketball game. She had 32 points. I mentioned she had the hot hand against Georgetown. She had 32 points, 8 rebounds. She's got 5 to start this one as she hits the second free throw.
Well, as you said, a Mid-South Conference honorable mention. I would not be surprised if first or second team this year, 15 points, 7 rebounds, and shooting 53% from the field. Pretty impressive.
A little full court pressure here for Bethel. Campbellsville does a nice job to break it into the corner. Lake, another 3. That one is no good. Rebound taken by Ashley McGeorge, earning that McBoard nickname.
She definitely knows how to rebound, Matt.
Pettigo out to Faith Lake here. McGeorge sets the screen. Faith Lake into the corner. She She and Lexi a little back and forth. Now Pritchett holds it. McGeorge has the seal, and we're going to have a 3-second call against Ashley McGeorge. We'll give it back to Bethel as Ashton Hume checks into the ball game. Hume, a 5'9" senior forward from Jackson, Tennessee.
Ashley was in there just a little bit too long. Probably would have been okay if she had come out, but stayed in there as the entry pass came just a little bit too long.
Head brings it down the floor here for Bethel. Here is Hume open for three, and that is good. Bethel, they couldn't hit a shot against Georgetown. The team outside of Millie Bryant shot it at about 23% overall.
Well, Coach
here, everybody hitting them.
Yeah, they are. And Coach Collin was worried about that. I was talking to her late last night, texting. She's like, this team can shoot the three extremely well, and hopefully they'll cool off a little bit. Already 3 for 3 here early in this game.
Here is McGeorge finding a cutting Pritchett. Pritchett spinning. Nice job by Pritchett. Couldn't finish. She maybe got a little too far underneath. We're going to go to the arrow here. That should keep it with the Lady Tigers. 11-6. Bethel leads it by 5 points. 6:05 to play in the first quarter.
If I'm not mistaken, didn't Bethel receive some votes in the last?
Yeah, they were receiving votes.
You know.
Here is Pritchett just inside the arc. Going to hit the mid-range show-off shot.
Good job by Courtney Pritchett there off the out-of-bounds play.
Bryant works her way free from some defenders. Now Moreau back out. This is Bryant holding it. Double team there, and Campbell's going to be called for a foul here. Pedigo going to pick up the contact. Bailey Pedigo from over in that Barron County area. 104.7 the score. You've got us tuned in today. Thank you for following along.
Appreciate Greg Bowen from Commonwealth Broadcasting allowing us to pick up our feed for 104 the score. This is a little trial run for us. Hopefully if things go well, we'll expand that a little bit.
Howard, the basketball being pounded by Faith Lake. She'll give it off to Bryant. Faith Lake picks her up. Right side of the lane. Ooh, extra step there. That would have extended my basketball career several years. Had that been legal, Benji Kelly, I would have made it past middle school or something.
I tell you what, good call by the official. But you're seeing more and more of that, trying to get in the game, that Euro step, whatever they call it, that extra step in the NBA. But that definitely was 3 steps there, and a good call by the official.
Pritchett out to Pedigo. She's open, won't shoot. It works off the Pritchett screen left corner. This is Lexi Lake. Thought she might take a 3. Instead out. Pedigo wide open. Triple on the way. That is short. Pritchett going to grab the rebound. She's wide open. Dishes it across the paint to McGeorge. Right there on the right block for the bucket.
Good job by Swiss to get that rebound. She actually had her shot herself, but saw an open McGeorge and able to do a nice bounce pass.
Campbellsville maybe missed an opportunity there, Benji. They had that errant pass, and they wanted to, the coaches wanted to trap Howard in the backcourt. A little too late. Pedigo knocks it away. I think it's going to go out of bounds. It does, and it will be Bethel basketball. This brings us to a media timeout. That missed 3 by Pedigo, her first of the season. She started 3 for 3.
You know, she was due to miss. Statistically, you know, she doesn't shoot that often, but when she does, she's pretty effective. We saw that down there at Cumberland's. Really played well for us, but you're gonna miss them every now and then.
Media timeout here. We'll step away. Campbellsville trails by 1, 11-10. Bethel leads. You're following the Lady Tigers on the Campbellsville University Sports Network. (11-10), the Lady Tigers trail Bethel here. A couple of changes for Campbellsville. Lauren Lee going to enter, 5'6", a sophomore guard from Liberty, Kentucky. You've also got Shyla Calvert, 5'5", a graduate senior guard from Bardstown, Kentucky, and Caitlin Wilkes, 6'2", a junior forward from Stanford, Kentucky, out there for Campbellsville. A lot of Lady Tigers in the building today. There's one that I know has some eligibility left, and that's she's sitting on that front row far side. Savannah Gregory, Savannah Ramos nowadays.
Good to see a lot of the Lady Tigers back. All-time leading scorer right across the table from us as well, Andrea Deaton-Smith. So
back to work back to play we go, I should say. Here's a shot down inside, missed by Bryant. Lauren Lee the other way, quickly out. Faith Lake won't shoot it. Into the corner, Pritchett, back to Lake. Lee again straight away. Zone look defensively here, it appears, for
going
Bethel.
back
Now they
man.
match up. Lake looked over the top, not there. Wilkes, left side, Lee, 13 to shoot. Calvert, they want the entry. No, it's going to be Lake on the right side. Driving, 7 to shoot. Out, Lauren Lee open, won't shoot it. Little jab step, back to Faith Lake, 3 to shoot. Jumper on the way, good for Faith Lake, along 2 for Faith.
It's about an 18-footer there, but good penetration there by Lauren Lee to find an open Faith Lake there in the corner for a nice jumper.
Pritchett reads the pass. She'll come the other way. Stole the Mickey Head attempt. Lays it in.
Yeah, what a good job by Courtney there to kind of get down there and use her body up against Mickey Head, and was able to get that shot off. So
long passes can be dangerous against this Lady Tiger team, because you just never know where one might fly in from.
Not even long passes, just passes in general. Yeah.
Here is Head wide open. She'll take a long jumper, no good. Rebound to Faith Lake.
There we go.
Campbellsville's largest lead here at 3 points. They can extend. Long ahead. Lee open. Pritchett won't shoot it. She'll spin back to the middle. Open corner. Lake 3. It is in and out and down. How about that? In, out, and down for Faith Lake.
Would you call that a friendly roll?
Hey.
Wow. That thing stayed up there for a good couple seconds. Was able to roll in.
17-11, Lady Tigers with a 6-point advantage. Bryan at the elbow over the top. Hume, that's nice offense. Hume does a nice job to gather. Missed the shot, gets her own miss. Going to go back up. Shot is short here. Rebound taken in there by Moreau, and we're going to have a foul called on Campbellsville.
I don't see how that is a
Moreau
foul.
Was on the back of Pritchett.
Yeah.
Unless they say maybe Pritchett was using the rump to create a little room there, or push, but it's a tough sell.
It is a tough sell. That's number 2 on Pritchett there. Unfortunate there, 4th team foul, but Campbellsville dodged a couple bullets there.
Here, a quick trigger 3 from Moreau is good.
Yeah, you can't give this team multiple opportunities like that. They're too good of a basketball team to not miss more than 2 or 3 shots, but got this thing to 3 now.
Out top, Faith Lake with it. Hit that Edward Jones 3 a moment ago, did Lake. Now Lee, elbow jumper. That is too pure for Lauren Lee.
I tell you what, Matt, by the time her career is over, she's already a special player, but I look for her name to be in several record books here at this Lady Tiger basketball program.
You know, she comes in, and we'll make a correlation to another former Lady Tiger here in a moment, as Howard finds herself wide open off the right wing. That is no good. Rebound to Moreau. She'll go back up. No good. And Wilkes going to be fouled here as Hume comes across and gets a piece of Caitlin Wilkes. But, you know, Lauren reminds me a little bit of Leanne Grider.
She does,
she was
absolutely.
trying, you know, early in her career, Lee was really good at getting to the rim. She continued to work on and develop the jumper. And I think maybe Lauren Lee is a little ahead of Leanne with some of the range and different things, and sky's the limit, certainly.
You're exactly right. When we were talking early, bad bounce pass there by Pedigo, turnover, but Lauren Lee has that pedigree of Leanne Grider, but you're right, she's a couple of years ahead of being able to finish like Leanne did late in her career.
Moreau lost the handle. She's wanting a timeout. They're finally going to give it to her.
So do we have a timeout? Or okay, they gave the timeout.
They did give a timeout, a 30-second timeout here, so we will stay with you. Campbellsville leads at 19-14, 1:54 to play in the first quarter. Lady Tigers, the fast start offensively. Bethel pretty much the same. Campbellsville led in scoring by Courtney Pritchett with 7 early in the ball game. They've gotten 5 from Faith Lake, 3 from Lexi Lake, and Lauren Lee and Ashley McGeorge a couple of points each for the Lady Tigers, and it's going to be a fun-filled day in the Mid-South Conference, Benji. Some interesting matchups. That Pikeville, Tennessee Southern game going to be a good one. Thomas More and Lindsey Wilson one I'm looking forward to as well, and that Freed Hardeman Georgetown game. So some intriguing matchups on the women's side here today.
Well, it is, and once again, as we've mentioned so many times, I hate to be redundant, but every night in the Mid-South Conference or every afternoon, there's always some great matchups because they're just from top to bottom, they're solid teams.
Bethel to inbound. Howard pitches it in to Moreau. Backtracks a bit. Now wants to drive. Splits a couple of Lady Tigers, but Wilkes does a nice job defensively to stand her ground. She gets the rebound. Here comes Lee. She pushes Sarah Sutton into the ballgame for Campbellsville. Lee going to drive at the rim. Shot no good. Rebound to Hume. Sutton, I mentioned, for Campbellsville, 5'11" junior forward from Scottsville, Kentucky.
Sutton against Bethel last year had a pretty good game against them, if I'm not mistaken.
Mickey Head's three is no good. Ball batted around and controlled by Lauren Lee. Nope, actually Bryant in there. Calvert trying to break it up. Mickey Head comes out of there as Millie Bryant got it to her. She finds Hume for the bucket.
Yeah, it's unfortunate there. Just a little
hot
bounce.
Potato.
Yeah, it's a hot potato, and Bethel was just a little more aggressive at it than Campbellsville was.
Lee straight away between the circles here. 19-16, Lady Tigers lead. Lake, three, bang, Lexi Lake, another Edward Jones triple.
Boy, it's good to see her have two good games here from three-point range. Struggled a little bit early in the offensive end of things, but when she heats up, she's fun to watch.
Bryant off the wing, now into the corner. Jumper for Bethel. That is an air ball by Hume. Here comes Lee. No number, she's going to race. Slows down, now accelerates. Shot may have been partially blocked. Lee gets it back. Calvert, open, straightaway triple. No good. Rebound, Sutton.
There we go. Way to be there in the right place there, Sarah Sutton. Get a little gimme there.
24-16 the score. Campbellsville leading by 8. Here is Howard. Nice little shimmy there by Howard. Throws one underneath to Hume. Couldn't handle it cleanly. Looking for some help. Back out to Bryant. Campbellsville does a nice job to close out. Bryant back to Hume. Jumper is good. They're going to call it a three for Hume. That's the same spot she airballed one from a moment ago. Sometimes it works out. As that's going to close out the first quarter. Campbellsville
what a quarter.
Get a look. 24-19 the score. The Lady Tigers lead it by 5. Their largest lead was 8 prior to that Hume three-point field goal. We'll step away, take a break ourselves, catch our breath. You do the same. You're following the Lady Tigers on the Campbellsville University Sports.
If you love concerts and live theater, going to baseball games, and eating in restaurants, inside, if you love parties and the small talk with the guy who makes you iced coffee the right way, then wear a mask and let's beat this virus, so we can get back to the things we love. Mask up, America.
(24-19) Campbellsville leads Bethel by 5 points here in the Powell Athletic Center. Lady Tigers 10 of 15 shooting there in the first quarter. Not too shabby, Benji Kelly. You look at some of those numbers, 3 of 5 from deep. Pritchett, Lake, and Lake all heavy contributors here for this Lady Tiger team in the early going.
You know, early it was Bethel, but Campbellsville kind of, that first media timeout, I believe we're down 11-10. But since that time, have went on a 14-8 run, and large in part doing that, a couple threes by Campbellsville. I'll tell you what, this Bethel team, though, as well as they shoot the three-point ball, as we've seen 5 of 8 here in the first quarter, they're always in it because they can hit several in buckets. But pretty good first quarter for the Lady Tigers, and I think she's going back out with a couple of the starters. I see, well, actually all but Sarah Sutton. So Sarah played against this team last year, played a really good game, and hopefully she can relay back on those memories and have another good outing here this afternoon.
You know, Sutton is one that we've spent a lot of time talking about. Benji, you're just waiting for her to kind of have that breakthrough moment. We know that she's had, it's been rough. She
has
had the
been.
COVID last December and then the rolled ankle. It's just been
She and I actually talked a little bit yesterday, and she's frustrated, and the confidence level is not there. And I told her, I said, just rely back on those memories. She's too good of a player not to be as effective as what she's been here this year. So
well, you don't end up over in your neck of the woods at Murray State University
exactly
to play basketball if you can't play the game.
Yeah.
And, she's just trying to
fight through it,
get back to normal, so to speak. Howard inside here. Bethel over the top to Hume. That's a nice job. Post entry there from Mickey Head to free up Hume, and a bucket for the Wildcats. Got to go bounces right side. Sutton holds it. A lot of motion for the Lady Tigers. They'll go right side to Lexi Lake. Open three again. Bang! Lexi Lake feeling good.
She can get a shot off about as quick as anybody in this league. And when she's on, watch out.
Sarah Higdon-Thurman is in the building today. She's under assault. I don't think Lexi will get there today. She might before things are all said and done. Going to be fun to monitor, but if she shoots it like this very often.
Good block out at Bailey Pettigo there to allow Faith Lake to get the rebound.
Here long ahead, Faith to McGeorge. Maybe a little too much momentum there. That was hard by Ashley McGeorge. Bryant wants to run. She's got Morrow, who leaves it with Howard. Ball fake, frees herself up. 3 on the way. That is no good. Rebound taken here by Sarah Sutton. 27-21 the count.
Good rebound by Sarah there.
Pedigo thought she was going to shovel that back to the trailer. Sutton hangs on to it. Faith Lake holds it. Campbellsville motioning here offensively. Lexi Lake off the wing right side. 10 to shoot. Left side, this is Pedigo. Drives in. Looking for some help. 5 to shoot. Pedigo going to have to just throw one up. And that pass is stolen. She was looking across the lane for one of the 2 Lakes. Bryant picked it off. Hume open straight away. 3. That is no good. Rebound tapped up into the air. Controlled here by McGeorge. Campbellsville the other way. They lead by 6 with the basketball. Pedigo shovels it back to Lexi Lake, and now they reset. Pedigo wants Sutton. She's got her left side. Triple. Bang! Sarah Sutton!
There we go, Sarah Sutton. That's right.
And that will force Chris Nelson to burn a timeout as Shootin' Sutton gets in on the act. 30-21 the score. Campbellsville a 9-point advantage as this becomes a media timeout. Benji, that's exactly what the doctor ordered, Dr. Kelly here.
You know, I tell you, she's too good of a player, and I just told her, just relax. Let the game come to you. Don't force it. And that play was designed for her. When she got the ball, she stepped right in it and nailed it. That's what she needs to do each and every night. Love it.
Campbellsville leading 30-21. We'll talk about Donna Wise throughout the day. We'll keep it here. But one thing I wanted to mention, you know, some of my memories with Coach Wise comes from the academic side. Outside of my wife, I'm not sure anybody else was more determined for me to graduate. And I was a non-traditional at that point. Had done, you know, managed a sporting goods store and different stuff. Decided, hey, you know, let me go back and finish a degree and all of those things. And I think that Coach Wise may have been the most determined of anyone outside, again, of my wife for me to finish. And I will never forget that. And we would sit down and have conversations. Had her in class as a student. And, you know, just the wealth of knowledge from a worldly standpoint, her viewpoints on things, and just the right way to do things, the right way to live, and just to be a human being.
Yes.
Those lessons, something you never forget.
And you know, yes, she was a basketball coach and did it extremely well. But I think a lot of times what people don't realize is the impact that she made outside of the court, in the classroom, in the community. Just a special lady, and you know, such an encourager. And I tell you, in this day and time, we need more people like that.
We've got a package at halftime we'll run for you. It was in our pregame coverage, but a package will run at halftime here as Howard is open for 3, and Bethel not going to go away.
No,
man, they keep on shooting it. Did they call that a 2? No,
it's a 3. They're 5 of 6 of 11, 54%. Of course, Campbellsville 71% from 3.
Sutton looking here, going to come to McGeorge, and now Pedigo off the handoff from McGeorge. Still on the dribble is Bailey. Bailey going to go to Sutton, right side. She's wide open. Another 3 on the way. Bang! Sarah Sutton! 2 here today.
That's what I'm talking about right there. Just relax, let the game come to you. Sarah Sutton playing extremely well. Good defense there.
You want me to tell you how the number 1 team in the country becomes even more dangerous?
Yeah, that's right.
That's if number 24.
24, that's right.
Comes alive. They become really, really difficult to guard at first and second units. Here
it's
is
a double dribble.
Ryan in there, a double dribble. She spills to the floor. 33-24. You know, you're Bethel, you're on the road here. You got 24 points in the first 13 minutes. You feel good about that, and then you look up, you're still down 9.
Well, you are, and you're shooting the ball well from 3. But Campbellsville on fire from the floor, 13-19 overall, 6 of 8 from three-point range.
Campbellsville working against this full court pressure. Nice job by Lexi Lake to navigate free there from a would-be trap. Here is Faith Lake. She'll drive, baseline, layup with the right hand. That's good for Faith Lake.
You know, Faith Lake, I tell you, the last couple of years, she's become more aggressive on the perimeter, and just a special player. The both Great Lakes, they know how to win, don't they, Matt?
I'm telling you, that pedigree from Mercer County. Back tap by Lake. That was Lexi, but Campbellsville couldn't control it. Couple of state championships under their belt in high school. Here's a jumper from Moreau. That is hard. And the rebound taken by Pedigo. She will push for Campbellsville. Long ahead. Faith Lake going to shovel it back. Trailer, her twin sister Lexi. Bang! You betcha!
How many times have we seen that, Matt? A trailing Lexi Lake. The defense gets back, but they forget about the three-point shooter. And Lake has just drained them this afternoon.
Lexi Lake is
210, right?
Connected on all
209.
4. Is right side. This is Hume. That jumper is no good. Rebound to Sutton. That is 210 by my count.
210, okay.
She had 206 coming in. Pettigo going to bounce. Left side. Faith Lake. Here is McGeorge up off glass. Good. She gets the deuce.
That is some efficient basketball right there, Matt Payton.
40-24. And if you're Coach Chris Nelson, what do you do? I mean, here's the steal. Howard throws it away.
Spot
Faith
up,
Lake
Lexi.
looking. Waits. Now Pettigo holds it. Looks for a cutting Sutton. No, it's McGeorge from 14 feet. No good. And the rebound taken here by Moreau. May have been a double dribble there by Moreau. Here's Bryant, wide open left side 3. That is hard, and the rebound will be grabbed by Howard. Howard drives in, throws up a shot. We're going to have a foul, my goodness, against Ashley McGeorge.
I think she anticipated that being a foul.
Yeah, because it looked like McGeorge almost backed away.
Yes.
But hard to tell what the lower half looked like there from the two. 40-24, Lady Tigers. Man, this is a clinic right now, and this is a really good Bethel team. So very impressive performance here as Howard kills one off the back of the iron. Lexi Lake at 210. We mentioned she passed Farrah Sullivan the other night against, I think it was Bryant Stratton College, where she actually passed Farrah. She is now hot on the trails here as Howard misses this free throw. Sutton the rebound. She is trailing Jody Criswell.
And Jody could play well as well. That was back in the 80s and 90s. Jody was on that first team that went to the national tournament.
Jody was here from 89 to 93. Sutton, elbow J. Yes. That is good for Sarah Sutton. Lady Tigers 42-25.
As Coach Colvin looks over, she's like, yep, that's the Sutton I recruited.
That's the one that takes this team to the next level. Sutton knocks it away from Bryant. Here comes Lexi Lake. Looking for Calvert. She didn't quite see Moreau.
Didn't see her. That's exactly right.
Moreau left side. This is Henniger up off glass. Good. 42-27 the count.
Good job by Caitlin to get back.
Lee to Calvert. Now Sutton again, a little push shot. May have rushed it. It won't go. I thought it was going to fall anyhow. Lexi Lake a rebound. Sutton a J. Feeling good. You let it ride.
That's right.
Take the good with the bad.
Shoot or shoot.
Sutton feeling a lot better here today in the Powell Center. 15-point Lady Tiger lead.
She may be a little fatigued there. This is the most minutes she's played in a row.
I think they've got a change coming for her. New player in the game a moment ago was Kyla Taylor, 5'7" sophomore guard from Lexington, Tennessee. Here's Bryant, shot no good. Wilkes overran the rebound as she closed out initially. And they put back for Bethel. 42-29. Bethel trying to play through this Lady Tiger run.
It's interesting, Coach Nelson has not called a timeout throughout all of this.
Left side, it's Calvert. Now Sutton. Right side, Lee. Lee on the drive. Inside bump. They'll wave off the shot, but Lauren Lee will take a trip here to the free throw line. Campbellsville led
40-24, wasn't it?
It was 30-24. And then they went on a 10-0 run. That foul for Bethel a moment ago was on Morrow. Campbellsville looking. Lee going to bounce it out to Pettigo here. First on Moreau, first on Bethel. Faith Lake out top. Now Lee wants to drive, stops, looking for help. Pettigo, left corner. Lake will drive. Lake up the right hand. That's Faith Lake, and she is fouled. This, I believe, will be on Taylor. Kyla Taylor's first, second on Bethel in the period.
Well, once again, this aggressiveness of Faith over the last couple of years on the perimeter, just pretty impressive as she's elevated that game.
Campbellsville shooting 65% from the field here in the early stages. Lake with the free throw. That is good there for Faith. One more coming here for Faith Lake, and that is no good. So she gets one of two. It's a 43-29 contest. Howard to Bryant. Back to Howard. Little ball fake. Bryant again on the wing right side. Wants to drive, cut off. Howard left side, 11 to shoot. Straight away. Here's Bryant. Still working. Back out to Head. She's going to hoist a three. That is no good for Mickey Head, and the rebound bounces off to Lauren Lee. Lee pushes, no numbers. Slows down. Trailer is Calvert. She drives right side, and the purple sea parts, but Shyla pulled the string.
Well, I don't think she realized how open she was.
Here's Head wide open. She walked. Had a wide open look. Mickey Head has been around, it seems like, for years. She was at Martin Methodist, now Tennessee Southern, and then transferred to Bethel. Shuffled the feet on that far side.
She has a unique shot, and it's more of a step and
a push almost.
Yeah, so.
Lee gonna take it here as they clear out, puts Moreau in the ringer a bit there. I don't know how that's not a foul. Yeah. It looked like there was some heavy contact. Moreau able to come up with a stop there in the one-on-one situation. Now she's open for three, and she sinks a triple.
Well, she can hit it. How many times was that, 2 or 3 already here tonight?
And Moreau is a Kentucky product from Bowling Green. Went to Lipscomb there and found her way to McKenzie. 43-32, Lee with the basketball right side. Calvert gets knocked down. She's going to jump back up here. Pettigo working off the elbow, bounces, little backdoor cut to Faith Lake, who wants Wilkes. They threw it away. Wilkes went off to the right side of the lane, and Lake threw it into the middle of the floor. Howard, little ball fake, back to Mickey Head. She's open, she'll fire it here, and that is no good. High rebound comes down into the arms of Calvert. Left side, Faith Lake back, Lauren Lee wide open, won't shoot it, splits some defenders, and here's a foul as Lee is hit by Taylor. It's going to be 2 on Kyla Taylor, 3 on Bethel as a club. Hume going to check back in. Hume had the hot hand for Bethel. 43-32, Campbellsville the 11-point lead, 1:10 to play in the first half. Pettigo leaves it with Lauren Lee. Now right side, it's Calvert, bounces, entry to Wilkes, goes to work, off glass, you better believe it.
Absolutely, you get that ball down there, Caitlin Wilkes knows what to do with it.
Over the next few years, I'm going to say it a million times, how quick she operates, I just love it. There's no thought to it, it's boom, we're gone.
And that's what I was trying to tell Sarah yesterday. Just react. That's what Caitlin Wilkes does. When she gets the ball, she reacts. She knows what she's going to do with it, and it's a thing of beauty.
You see Howard driving here, but so often as Wilkes flies out, Howard open, shot no good, Pettigo the rebound. You see so often players want to face up, and ball fake and jab and all this different stuff. Caitlin Wilkes, that's not it.
It's not.
It's in my hands, and it's out of my hands in about a second and a half.
She reminds me of Jordan Dorn.
Yeah, a lot. She's a little bigger, taller than Jordan, has some of those soft hands as well. Maybe not as soft. Here's Lee, open three is no good, and the rebound taken by Hume, and the shot clock is off. 11 seconds. Bethel will push. Moreau goes down the lane, shot no good. We've got a foul called here against Campbellsville. Moreau will go to the line for 2 shots as they will hit Bailey Pettigo with her second. And with 6.4 on the clock, Lexi Lake will re-enter for Faith Lake. Campbellsville will have a look at the rim. In for Coach Nelson, a C.C. Johnson, 5'7" freshman guard from Trenton, Tennessee. May have lost a bet. Yeah. Talk about that. Here's a jumper, or excuse me, a free throw by
Don't Moreau. Mean to throw you there.
Yeah, you did. I'm looking for him now. We'll get to it in the men's game. We'll reference this moment. Sutton going to check back in. Instant offense, perhaps. They need a made free throw for her to get into the lineup, and Moreau obliges as Faith Lake will enter as well.
Well, she's getting all of her shooters in here. You've got Lake, Sutton, Faith, and Lauren Lee, who's going to probably dish it to one of them.
45-34. Campbellsville by 11. 6.4 to play. Lee looking. Still looking. Pitches it into Calvert. It's knocked out of Calvert's hands by Johnson.
Clock should have.
Yeah, they're going to have to at least
probably 5-8.
The 10th or 2 off.
3/10. I was a little more not as generous.
I said a 10th or 2. You went with
with a half
a second, and they split the difference. Lee gonna trigger it for Campbellsville. Looking, finds Lake, back to Lauren Lee. Long ahead, Calvert, right wing, gonna drive. Looking for Sutton. We got a foul here as Sutton nearly falls over top of Henniger. They're gonna get Henniger with the contact there.
Well, that's on a pass, so it'll be out of bounds ball to Campbellsville. So 1.4 here, you got to expect a quick hitter.
Pritchett going to check in. Pritchett had to sit with those fouls. And this here, as the look, Campbellsville's not looking for a three, Benji. They may be looking for something right at the rim with 1.4.
Absolutely.
However, you do have Lexi Lake out there, so it's a great option.
Well, it's a catch, one dribble at most, and a shot.
Had to go to inbound. Here we go. Looking as Bailey Pettigo pitches it. Ball's deflected, and that is actually going to do it. Campbellsville won't get a look. It was deflected on the inbound.
Yeah,
She
I don't
was
think
wanting
they saw
Calvert
that.
left wing.
Miranda Denny Hootie before the game, and she said, "Oh my gosh, these next 2 weeks they're crazy." And I was like, "Yeah, they are." But you know, think about it this way: you go take care of business against Lindsay, against Cumberland, and then. You know, you enjoy your trip to Hawaii. Now, the problem was what created all this is that trip to Hawaii is actually delayed a year because of the pandemic.
Yeah.
So having to rework those schedules, because once again, the conference is the one that makes the schedule now, not Campbellsville. So thankfully, those coaches were able to adjust as well and allow us to get those games in. You know, here early, as you said, Tuesday, and then you'll go down. I guess what on the
Saturday the 11th,
week from today.
So for Campbellsville, they'll get all those in first semester, which I think is the key.
It is.
Lady Tiger ball to start, starting five out there for Campbellsville, and Coach Nelson counters with his starting five as well. Left to right for the Lady Tigers in the second half, right to left if you're following along on 104.7 the score here on 88.7 the Tiger. McGeorge spinning in the paint, shot blocked by Head. McGeorge stays with it. Looking for some help. Lexi Lake flashes. She has it. Now Pettigo. Right side. Pritchett holds it off the wing. Straight away, Lexi Lake. Left side, it's Pettigo. 6 to shoot. Entry. Pritchett goes up. Shot may have been blocked by Henniger, and she grabs the rebound. Comes ahead to Bryant. And it will be Howard, far side of the floor. Bryant again. They bounce back to Howard. Bryant splits a couple of defenders into the corner. Shot for Henniger on the way. That is short, and the rebound batted out by Head. And here Henniger misses the shot inside. I thought she was going to have a surefire bucket there.
Wow, we were fortunate there. 2 good looks by Bethel, and they missed both of them.
And Campbellsville will get into a set here. Bouncing it to Faith Lake. They want McGeorge. It's not there. Now Pritchett has it. Faces up with Henniger. Driving, kicking, Pettigo, triple, no good. Rebound taken by McGeorge. That is a job. I thought they might call that for a second on McGeorge, and I would have had to maybe turn my mic off.
Yeah,
but they get Mickey Head.
But good job by Ashley McGeorge. You know, Mickey Head is a first-team all-conference. She does it on the offense and defense end.
Campbellsville misses here the reverse layup. Pettigo led Lexi Lake, just a little too much on that effort. And here Pettigo out. So Monroe took an extra step there to slow down.
The defensive pressure there by Bailey Pettigo, reaching in, getting her hand in there, caused Morrow to pick it up and take an extra step. So turnover, Bethel, advantage Campbellsville.
Pettigo the basketball for CU. Right wing Faith Lake holds it. Now McGeorge, left side it's Pettigo. They still run here. In their offensive set, Lexi Lake comes through. Pettigo to the middle. Left side of the lane on the drive. Pettigo up off glass. She beats Moreau.
It's one of those things, Matt, that the defense just kept sagging off of her, so she kept penetrating a little further deeper to the basket, and she's like, all right, if you're going to give it to me, I'll take it.
Here is Head driving, kicks it out. This is Bryant for 3. Around and out, no good. Pettigo knocked it away from Moreau. To the other end, the Lady Tigers come. Pettigo right side. Faith Lake will drive. Bounces. McGeorge couldn't quite handle it cleanly. And Henniger to the front court. Howard off the wing right side. Still on the dribble. Backs away. Nice cut here by Head. Howard leads her into the corner. Moreau again. Open 3. She knocks it down.
Yeah, she's too good of a player. It's her 4th three-pointer here. this evening, 14 points. She's leading Bethel 4-5 from downtown.
And she stopped at Lipscomb for a year. She must have liked that bowling green purple awfully well.
I guess so.
She made her way to Bethel. May have been at Lipscomb 2 years. I don't know. She's listed as a junior. Here is Pritchett backing away. Now the entry. Quick move by McGeorge off glass. Good. Ashley McGeorge gets the finish. Courtney Pritchett, fine.
What a nice bounce pass by Courtney Pritchett. She had the jump shot, but did a little pump fake. Reach around, bounce pass into an easy layup for McGeorge.
49-37. Lady Tigers by a dozen. Millie Bryant able to knife her way through some traffic, and she gets a lay-in at the rim.
This Bethel team, they're not going to go away, Matt. They're going to put up a fight. Receiving votes in the latest poll. They're pretty good.
Had to go, thought about a pull-up. Instead bounces it back out to Lake. They'll go left side. This is Faith now. Pritchett working off the screen from McGeorge. Nice closeout by Bethel. Pettigo with an open lane briefly, and then head flashes over, and we're going to have a turnover on Campbellsville as they say Pettigo stepped on the inline. Lauren Lee going to enter for CU. 49-39 the count. Lady Tigers lead by double figures here, 10 points. Bethel would love to trim that down to single digits here with a bucket. Really used Mickey Head a lot there to help break some of the full court pressure of the Lady Tigers.
She's just an all-around player. She can play down low, shoot the three, but she can handle the ball as well.
Bryant inside throws one up over the top of Pritchett. Nice job. I think Bryant got caught in between. She thought Pritchett was going to stay with her initially. She flashed towards Moreau just a bit, maybe threw that off. Lee holds it for Campbellsville. On the dribble, I should say. She'll go left side to Faith Lake. Entry, McGeorge working across the lane. Oh, glass, good, it sticks for Ashley McGeorge.
I tell you what, we saw this at the end of last year, the confidence from Ashley McGeorge down there in the paint, and it's carried over here to her senior season.
Head with it for Bethel. Now it is Moreau driving. Offensive foul. Keely Moreau, the youngster Lauren Lee gets in there to take the contact.
What about help defense there by Lauren Lee to step over across the paint, get her feet set, take the charge. That is textbook help defense right there by Lauren Lee.
Calvert in for Campbellsville. Caitlin Wilkes back in for the Lady Tigers as well. 51-39. Lady Tigers by a dozen. Largest lead was 17 for CU in the first half. 5:15 to play in the third quarter. Lee to Lexi Lake. Back to Lauren Lee, and that goes to the superintendent of the Campbellsville Independent School Systems, Kirby Smith. He's sitting beside a lady that, well,
she knew how to play this game.
Here. His wife, Andrea Deaton Smith. Andrea Deaton, the all-time leading scorer for Campbellsville. Inside, Calvert knocks it away. I thought Wilkes was going to grab it, but it went right through the hands, or maybe Wilkes didn't even get the hands up off the deflection. May have been a little too late reacting.
Shyla Calvert has probably got the fastest hands next to Savannah Gregory. Savannah taught her well, but it's good to have Shyla back playing some good solid minutes here this season for the Lady Tiger team.
We will step away here as this brings us to a media stoppage. 51-39 the score. Lady Tigers on top. 4:57 to play third quarter. You're following the Lady Tigers on the Campbellsville University Sports Network.
I love you.
(51-39) Lady Tigers lead Bethel here in a Mid-South Conference matchup. Campbellsville looking for its 8th win of the season, averaging nearly 86 points per ball game, and they're on a pretty good pace for that, Benji Kelly, thanks to that fast start there in the first half where they totaled 45 points. Lady Tigers doing it a little bit of everybody getting involved.
They are. They cooled off just a little bit here in the second half, but you know, we still got 15 minutes of basketball. Still shooting the ball extremely well, 56% and 63%. So cooled off just a little bit, but a couple of Lexi Lake, Sarah Sutton 3-pointers, and we'll be.
Here's Moreau off the inbounds play from Bryant. She's going to draw the foul. This will go against Lauren Lee. That's the first on Lee, and I believe Moreau will go to the free throw line. First on the Lady Tigers in the period. Bethel won their first game in conference play. They knocked off Lindsey Wilson down at Crisp Arena, and then dropped one to Cumberland U. 82-79, a hard-fought loss there for the Wildcats as Moreau hits the first free throw and then fell at Georgetown on Thursday night. As Moreau gets both. 51-41 the score. Lee to the front court with the basketball for Campbellsville. Hands it off to Lexi Lake. Lake on around there off a few screens. Lee backs away. Wilkes holds it. Pritchett flashes out top. Dribble handoff Lee, little ball fake. Now she'll take the mid-range jumper. That is no good, and Calvert races it down, back out to Lexi Lake. Campbellsville an offensive rebound, a chance for some second chance points. Lee motioning the offense. Goes back off the Wilkes screen. Now Pritchett wants to drive against Hume. She's going to spin, 3 to shoot, throws one up. She's going to draw the foul.
Just her court presence and awareness. Courtney Pritchett, special player, and it's good to have her back. I know she battled an injury there, a couple games. Probably could have played that Bright Stratton game, but good call by Coach Colvin to keep her out and allow that ankle to heal a couple more days.
Pritchett misses the free throw. She was, if you're listening, a Bethel fan tuning in, Pritchett was Class A Miss Basketball in the state of Tennessee back in 17-18. Season there, 1,500 points at Pickett County High School as she hits the second free throw. Yeah, the thing with Pritchett there, the Lady Tigers could not win a national championship on Monday against Bryant Stratton, but you throw her out there just a little too early to take a chance. You might really lose one, and it was definitely the smart play.
You know, smart play, and Courtney wanted to play.
She wanted to play against Cumberland.
She did.
She did everything she could.
Shows you how gritty of a player she is.
Campbellsville, nearly a turnover. Lee broke it up, tried to save it in play. Howard with it, and we've got an issue here with the shot clock. I don't think there was. Oh, they're going to go full reset. They saying Lee had possession?
I guess
I'm not saying it's wrong.
No.
But it's an interesting interpretation.
I guess they. Okay.
I mean, she was kind of falling out of play and threw it back in bounds, right? Or did somebody else have it longer than that for Campbellsville? I don't think so.
I guess that one arm, I guess how strong of a pass that was.
Maybe so. Head spinning, lost the handle on it. It gets kind of kicked there, and Hume going to get a bucket and one opportunity for Hume as Lee was down inside. And talk about turning trash into treasure, Benji.
Yeah.
They kicked that head, kind of lost the handle, and it went between some legs, and Hume picked it up, gets a bucket, and draws the foul.
Well, and Lauren probably knows better than that to reach over like that. They're going to call that every time. Just go ahead and let them. Go ahead and let them take the 2-pointer. Now it's turned into 3, and they've cut this thing to 8.
52-44 the score. Campbellsville leads by 8. Calvert bounces to Sutton. Right side, Lee. Lee looking for some help. Sutton with it again. Calvert hands it off. Lauren Lee off the Sutton screen. Working left side. Stops. Needs some help. It's Sutton. Can't shoot it. One dribble. Elbow. Jay. Good for Sarah Sutton.
That confidence has come back for this game, Matt. So now we'll build on it. But Sarah Sutton playing some solid minutes here. Already her 12 points of the afternoon.
Here is Howard ahead. Slows down now, accelerates again. Wilkes going to be called for the reach in.
I don't think Caitlin realized that she could have just stayed there. Her presence would have been enough to disrupt that, but she gets her hands in there and reaches, and as a result, Bethel's going to the free throw line to shoot too.
54-44, Campbellsville by 10 as Howard toes the nail. 70% on the season is the youngster. Free throw here is good. coming her way and gets both. Back to an 8-point margin. That foul on Wilkes, was her first. Lee hands it off to Lake. Lake with a nice crossover there. Here is Sutton, open three on the way, no good. And the rebound knocked out of bounds. Head last touched it.
Good job by Ashley McGeorge getting up there and just kind of disrupting enough, and it allowed Head to knock it out of bounds. So advantage Campbellsville here for a second chance point.
Lee throws it in here to Sutton. Back out to Lee. She's open, won't shoot it. Now Will, three on the way. Bang! Lauren Lee says, leave me up, and I'll knock down Edward
Well,
Jones.
I tell you what, and you'll see some teams sag off on the point guard when they're not used to hitting like that. But this girl, she can shoot.
Head will slow down as both Faith and Lexi chase her. Bryant with a nice crossover, frees herself up, and the jumper over the top of McGeorge, no good. Unkind bounce, Lee will race. Left side, Faith, off glass, it won't go, ball batted out. That's a nice look by Lauren Lee, and Faith Lake hits that in her sleep. Bryant to Head, can't shoot as Faith Lake closes out quickly. Now Mickey Head on the drive, skips it right side, Howard to dribble. Down the lane, left-handed scoop shot, no good for Howard. Couple of tough misses here for Bethel last couple trips.
And here we go.
Three for Lexi Lake is no good. Her first miss of the day from deep, I do believe. 57-46, Campbellsville by 11. Closing in on 90 seconds left in this third quarter, and Millie Bryant hits a three-point field goal for Bethel.
Man.
57-49.
We've seen some good basketball this weekend, haven't we, Matt?
Really good basketball.
Three Hartman games, both games, and then this one is building to another one as well.
McGeorge out top, left side. Now Lee holds it, waits for some movement. Lexi Lake bounces. Faith Lake, entry. McGeorge splits defenders, goes up, she's fouled. Nice strong move by Ashley McGeorge. This will go against Hume. That's her third. 4 on Bethel with 1:08 to play in the period. McGeorge on the season, 78.8% at the stripe. McGeorge, a few dribbles, shot on the way. That is good for Ashley McGeorge. Her dad's on the far side. His lips are moving. He's quite the prestidigitator.
He is that. Way to get that word in there, Matt. But I talked to him a little bit before the game, and he had to tell me a story. He's always telling stories. And they're good ones.
They are typically pretty good. McGeorge hits both free throws. Campbellsville back up by 10, just under a minute to play in the third quarter. Moreau holds it left side, back to Bryant straight away. Moreau again, little ball fake, now passes it down inside, and McGeorge gonna be nabbed for the foul here. They say she comes over the top. That's 3 on Ashley McGeorge, 4 on the Lady Tigers, and Bethel will have a baseline out of bounds opportunity here underneath their own goal. 51.2 seconds on the clock here as McGeorge exits. Howard lobs it in here to Bryant, who's spinning in the paint. That's a nice move by Millie Bryant. Often you spin the opposite way. She kind of spun underneath instead of outside and found herself open. .59-51, left side, Sutton. Nice job by Henniger to close out. Straight away, Lee. And nearly a turnover. Lake was going to cut. Lee threw it to her at the last second. Here, an entry pass to Pritchett, working back to the basket, all the way inside. Shot knocked out of bounds by Bethel. Henniger got a piece of that.
Good defense there by Bethel. And I think Courtney got just a little bit too far underneath the basket. But a chance here.
Lee pitches it in. Pritchett again goes up. This one will crawl over the rim and go through for Swift.
She muscled that one up there, and there probably was a little contact, but just shows you how strong she is.
Moreau open for 3. She hits it. And that's where the third quarter is going to come to a close. A 7-point game. Keely Moreau brought her backpack out onto the floor tonight. She's got this Bethel team in it, and she continues to deliver. What a performance by Moreau. What a performance by Bethel, as Campbellsville holds a 7-point advantage as we head to the fourth quarter. 61-54 the score. You're following the Lady Tigers on the Campbellsville University Sports Network.
Myth. If you get COVID-19, you'll recover after a few days. That myth is false. We're only just beginning to understand the effects of COVID-19 on the human body, as we're starting to see more and more people identifying as long haulers who are having symptoms for weeks, if not months, after their initial infection. Continue to wear a mask, socially distance, and wash your hands. Together, we can keep COVID out of school.
For ways to keep your community safe, go to backtoschooltogether.com.
Four Lady Tigers in double figures here this afternoon, led by Lexi Lake and Sarah Sutton with a dozen each. Ashley McGeorge and Courtney Pritchett, 10 apiece for Campbellsville. And for Bethel, Keely Moreau, 19 points. They've gotten 14 from Millie Bryant, 13 from Ashton Hume. This appears to be a heavyweight bout. We saw one on Thursday night with the Lady Tigers and Freed Hardeman. And we talk about this Mid-South Conference. You got Freed, a team that in a lot of other leagues would be ranked. The same with Bethel. They're in that receiving votes category. Man, what a tough league.
Well, it is, Matt, top to bottom. I mean, on any given night, any team can beat anyone, and you've got to bring your A game each and every time. And we've seen two dandy ones here, this Lady Tiger team against Freed Hardman, and now here against Bethel University. Bethel actually won that quarter 20-16. So Campbellsville got their hands full here with 10 minutes to go.
Bethel basketball. Howard crosses the stripe at midcourt as this fourth quarter is underway. Moreau back to Howard on the wing. Head at the elbow, wants to drive, goes up against Pritchett. Shot no good, and we're going to have a foul.
That was a great block out by Sarah Sutton.
Sutton has done a lot right here today. It's been a struggle here over the first few weeks, but she has played some tremendous basketball this afternoon. Campbellsville in a position to win thanks in large part to her. Foul on Hume is her fourth. First on Bethel in the period. Left side, Faith Lake holds it. Bounces to Pritchett. Back out, she leaves it with Lee, won't shoot it. She'll drive against Moreau, who blocks the shot. Ball is free, being battled for. Will go to the arrow as Lauren Lee is tied up by Bryant and maybe Moreau as well.
Shot clock, 13 seconds left. It does not reset. I don't know if I like that rule or not, but anyhow, I'm not.
Well, it does on a kick ball. I'm just not sure that. I hate that kick ball rule. Here is Lee out to Sutton. Lexi Lake Lee again, right side, backs away, his head picks her up. Pritchett, little shot fake, now on the drive, working against Moreau. Out, Sutton, jumper on the way, no good with 2 on the shot clock. Moreau clears the rebound.
Sorry, good look by Campbellsville.
61-54, Bryant the other end, holds it. Now wants to drive, and here Pritchett will kick it with 20 on the shot clock.
That's the only time that it doesn't reset.
That's the only time it makes sense. 8:57 to play. I just hate, you play here, his head gets the lob over the top. You play a possession out, head throws up a shot that's no good. You play a possession out, get down to 4 or 5 seconds, kick the ball, and then it gets reset. How did the offense deserve that? But anyway, here's Lauren Lee. Still a 7-point game. Right side, Sutton looking. Out top, Lexi Lake. Left side, it's Lee. She waits. Faith Lake on around. Lexi Lake wants to drive. Back, Pritchett working against head. 3 to shoot. Gonna have to let it go. Sutton will. It's blocked. And they will sound the whistle as I believe Henniger got out. No choice for Sutton. She had to throw it up.
Well, she knew that the shot clock was running down, so she put an extra added pressure on Sarah Sutton, got a hand on it, and shot fell short, so shot clock violation, Bethel basketball.
Left side, Bryant with it. Working inside. Stops now, looks for some help. This is Moreau. She has been terrific here this afternoon. Pitches one out to Howard. Howard wants to drive against Faith Lake. 7 to shoot. Nikki Head will drive. And gets her first points of the day, I believe, this Mickey Head. She may have went to the free throw line earlier. No, that's it. First points of the day for Head.
Who would have ever thought that?
61-56 the score. Campbellsville leads by 5. Closest we've been in a while. Pritchett left side. The ball fake. Comes across the paint. Spins. Goes up. She's contacted. No call. And Howard going to come to the other end for Bethel. Howard, right side, goes up. Shot too much on it. Too strong for the youngster. Had a nice look. Lee on the dribble. Back out. Sutton, 3.
That is huge right there. You saw that kind of going to happen. Lee looked at Sutton and said, eye contact, spot up, and she did, and she found it.
Out top, Howard for the answer. Good.
Wow.
Man, what a shot by Howard. Had an opportunity a moment ago on a
What a game.
drive to the lane and missed it. Hits the 3 here. And we're going to get a timeout by head coach Ginger High Colvin. 6:46 to play in the basketball game. Campbellsville leads by 5. You're following the Lady Tigers on the Campbellsville University Sports Network. (64-59) the count. Campbellsville leads by 5 in the Powell Athletic Center at Donna Wise Court here today, officially for the first time, as the longtime head coach of the Lady Tigers honored today. The name officially revealed, unveiled, however you want to say it. And from this day forward, December 4th, 2021, it will be Donna Wise Court at the Powell Athletic Center. 32 seasons, 661 wins, averaging over 20 wins a year. That's hard to do, Benji Kelly.
For that long of a time, you're exactly right.
Back to the mid-70s, early 80s, they didn't play that many games. Nowadays, if you make a deep run, you can get 37, 38 games in. Back then, you didn't quite get that many. What a job.
Yeah, you know, back 70s, 80s, you're lucky to get 20, 25 games in. But just because there wasn't that many programs, travel not restrictions, but just you'd have to go a long, long ways to play someone. So, but tremendous legacy by Coach Wise, and it's a fitting honor that we can dedicate this court in her name.
Campbellsville back to work on the offensive end. Calvert in for CU. Left side, Sutton again. 3 short, and the rebound will be taken by Faith Lake, who falling down, shovels it to Sutton. Lee wants to drive. Inside, ball deflected. Sutton going to run it down. She needs some help here, and Lee will come to offer the help. Lee gets even. Kicks it. Left side, Faith Lake 3 was blocked. Wilkes grabs it, goes up, good for Caitlin Wilkes.
Way to be in the right place, the right time, Caitlin Wilkes.
66-59. Every bucket feels big at this stage. Closing in on the 6-minute mark.
That's actually Caitlin Wilkes' first basket of the game.
Moreau right side to Bryant. Little ball fake. Bryant splits 2 defenders. Drives in, kicks it down to Henniger. Goes up with a shot that is good for Madison Henniger. Nice effort there by Millie Bryant to set that up. 5-point game. Lee works right side. Moreau defends. They want Wilkes. Back out to Faith Lake. Now Lee. Can she get it to Wilkes? Head defending Wilkes. Campbellsville's not been able to get her in the low block here. Faith Lake is ridden to the ground here by Bryant, I believe.
I misspoke there. That's actually Caitlin Wilkes' second basket of the game, but it seemed like her first one, because the last couple of games she's played, every time she's gotten the ball, she's scored. There was one little post move, I guess, there in the first half that I forgot.
It was the one where we were talking about how quick she went. Here, Lee inside Lake, shot good for Faith Lake. She gets the finish. Lauren Lee the find.
Boy, you're talking about quick hands there. That ball was not even in her hands a half a second. And quick reaction by Faith Lake. Nice little out of bounds play by the Lady Tigers.
7-point Campbellsville advantage. Bryant Stops now looking for help. She's got Howard who's open three. That is good. It looked like Howard was almost kind of fading to the left a little. I'm impressed that she was able to knock that one down. Nice job by the youngster for Bethel. 68-64, the Wildcats keep coming. Inside, Calvert, a little too strong maybe on the pass. Wilkes couldn't handle it, a turnover. Long ahead, Howard has it blocked by Lee, and it'll be a baseline out of bounds. Chance once again for Bethel. This becomes a media stoppage with 4:45 to play. Campbellsville leads by 4, 68-64. You're following the Lady Tigers on the Campbellsville University Sports Network.
The thing that drives me every day as a dad is him. Every day he's hungry for something. And there's this huge responsibility in making sure that he's a good person. I think the advice I would give is you don't need to know all the answers. It's okay to make mistakes. As long as it's coming from love, then it kind of starts to work itself out.
(68-64). Campbellsville holding on to the 4-point advantage here as they lead Bethel. Lady Tigers got off to a hot start there in the first half. Here in the second half, though, just 23 points through the first 15 minutes. Here's the replay of the Lauren Lee block. If you're following along on our television video streaming coverage today, Lee pitches that one out of bounds. Lady Tigers would love a stop here, come back to the offensive end and get something going. Bailey Pettigo going to re-enter for CU. Courtney Pritchett out there, the Great Lakes, and Caitlin Wilkes, the 5 for CU.
What a ball game here, Matt Payton. 4 points with 4:45 to go. A lot of basketball left, but these two teams are battling it here this afternoon.
Howard to inbound, Moreau, and we've got a 30-second tie. Coach Nelson did not like something that was
well, and it was getting close to the 5-second call too.
He did have Moreau she and Bryant stopped, and then Moreau hesitated and then took off towards that right wing. I don't know.
Nothing was open.
Nothing was open, but I think maybe Moreau was coming open, but sometimes it's hard to wait on that if you're a coach, and each possession critical. You take a chance, a 5-second call. Last thing you want to do is take a timeout with you. So Coach Nelson.
It's a great call, timeout, because as you said, each possession is extremely important here as we're going down the stretch. You don't really need any empty possessions. But good defense there by the Lady Tigers to cause that extra timeout there.
Don't forget the Tigers coming up at the conclusion of this ball game. Scheduled start time 4 o'clock. We're going to be pushing that, so I don't think it's going to happen. Be a little after. Coach Vernon's club looks for another Mid-South Conference victory today. Howard looking, nowhere to go yet. Now it's Bryant. Had that been a good pass, Bryant would have been open for a 3. She'll go into the corner. Moreau is open for 3. That is short. I'm not so sure that Faith Lake may not have got a fingernail on it.
Well, if she didn't, the closeout obviously put pressure on Morrow, so great defense there by Campbellsville.
4.5 to go. Lady Tigers working in the offensive end. Lexi Lake bounces to Pritchett. Just inside the arc. Now right side, it's Pettigo again. Middle of the floor. Left corner, 3, Faith Lake, no good. Rebound taken by Howard. Pritchett, Howard, did she almost stumble there or just trying to protect it?
It was awkward.
Yeah, it was a little awkward here. Howard into the corner, Moreau opposite corner, another opportunity. This one's going to be hard, and the rebound caroms off to Bailey Pettigo. 68-64, Faith Lake with it. Back to Pettigo between the circles, calls out the offense. Left side, Faith Lake, looking for Wilkes. Nikki Head has done a great job today on Wilkes. Here, Swiss driving, 8 seconds, now goes up with a shot, no good. Rebound is pulled away from Bryant. Campbellsville's got to be careful not to get a foul call. They finally do. I think at first they had the tie ball, but Bryant lost the handle. It came free. And this will go against Caitlin Wilkes.
I think Courtney Pritchett was expecting a bump there.
Well, Hume's got 4 fouls,
yeah.
So Hume was going to let her go. Well, Pritchett could have done whatever she wanted right there once she got even with Hume, and she was going to get a free lay-in. And like you mentioned, She may have expected some contact
and just
a little too strong.
A little strong off the glass. And
left side, Moreau. Back out top to Howard. Still a 4-point game. Neither team has scored since that media stoppage. Moreau wants Howard, has her. 10 to shoot. 3:10 to play. Bryant deflected. Pritchett has it. It was Lexi Lake to get a hand on it. Pettigo long ahead. Lexi Lake back out to Pettigo. 3 minutes to play. Pritchett. Deck it again, Courtney. Out top. Lake won't shoot it. I was ready for that one.
You were that.
Faith Lake back to Lexi Lake. She'll drive, stops, in some traffic. She's fouled.
Good job, Faith Lake. You know, a lot of times we depend on her to shoot so many threes, but at that point she got the ball, was aggressive, penetrated, and had a chance here to go to the free throw line. Who's that foul on?
That was on Millie Bryant, I believe.
Okay, that's her second. So
2 on Bryant, 3 on Bethel as a team. Lexi Lake at the strike. First free throws of the season for Lexi, and gets back to that she's that three-point sharpshooter. She doesn't deck it and drive very often, and here she does, draws the foul.
And that's just a senior leadership right there, and realizing that I've got to get a basket here, and she saw that open for her. However, she got fouled, but she was able to convert those free throws. Just as good as a made jump shot right there.
Free throws good for Lexi Lake. Wilkes will check out. Lauren Lee in. So you've got Pettigo and Pritchett will man that 4-5 spot. Lee will handle the point guard duties. Your 4 and 5 are as good a ball handlers as your 1, though, when you look at that Campbellsville lineup right now.
What about Bailey Pettigo? The versatility to be able to go out and play a 4.
Here is Howard backing away. Lexi Lake nearly a takeaway. Head wants to drive. Bounces one to Hume, and Pettigo steals it away. 2:20 to play. Campbellsville by 6. Pettigo calls for some help. She'll bounce to Faith Lake down to the baseline. Lee out top.
This is a big possession right here, Matt.
Lee working against Bryant. Hesitation, driving, shot, foul. We get a late whistle. This will go against Millie Bryant. How much faith does this Campbellsville team have in Lauren Lee? When you look over, Ginger High Colvin basically says, clear out, go to work.
That's it.
And you send the sophomore to the line now.
And the way she's able to absorb contact or create contact and a little separation there, she drew the foul, but she's just, and you don't normally see that in the ladies' game.
Get a friendly roll with the foul.
But confidence in Lauren Lee, she's going to be special before this thing's all said and done.
I tell you this, Ginger High Colvin and Chris Nelson are having way too much fun.
I know, more fun than you and I are having.
That's it, I'm miserable. 71-64, Lee gets 1 of 2. Lady Tigers trying to match up here. They finally get squared away. Well, now they do. Lexi Lake had to run over towards Moreau last second. Hume holds it. They want Head, they've got her. Head spinning, and Pettigo comes in and takes it away once again.
I tell you what.
Bailey Pettigo, you thief you.
She's just an intelligent player. A point guard last year, playing the 4 here right now. That's special.
Left side, Faith Lake holds it, bounces it to Pettigo. Back out Lake again. Off the screen, drives baseline, looking for help. Ball was deflected and knocked out of play. They say last touch, I guess nobody got a piece of it. I thought somebody did that.
It looked like it was, but that may have been Faith that touched
there wasn't
it
much of a protest from the Lady Tigers.
No.
7-point game, 71-64. Head left side to Moreau. 1:20 to play. Bryant catches it deep out. Head on the drive, working against Pritchett, and Courtney.
Yeah, too much body.
She fought too far over the front.
Yeah, good call.
And this will send Bethel right in front of their own bench to inbound. It'll be Howard to do the honors. Campbellsville's second foul in the period. Howard throws it in here to Bryant. Lexi Lake right there in the hip pocket. Bryant to the middle. Now Howard working against Lee. Moreau defended by Lee in the paint. Out. Howard 7 to shoot. Less than a minute to go. Howard backs away.
Yes, sir. There we go.
Lake got it.
3 great defensive turnovers, or created the turnovers the last 3 possessions for the Lady Tigers. Doing it on the defensive end.
Lauren Lee holds it left side. Coach Nelson going to play this out. He needs a stop for his Bethel club. Pritchett holds, 10 seconds. Pritchett. Backdoor to Faith Lake, timeout. That's actually Lexi Lake. We've got a timeout taken by Ginger High Colvin with 5 on the shot clock.
No, it was a turnover.
Oh, they called a turnover.
Yeah, travel.
Millie Bryant, a little slow getting up there. She may have rolled an ankle. 30.8. Campbellsville with a 3-possession lead here. Lauren Lee chases Howard. They hand it off. Moreau. Pettigo picks her up. Nice job defensively. Moreau spins. Shot too strong. Pritchett the rebound. Clears the Wildcats away.
Great defense by Bailey Pettigo right there on the switch.
And Coach Nelson's going to let it roll, and he'll take the loss as Campbellsville. And that's just a respect thing.
It is.
He's not going to draw this out.